Hey, it's Enigma Hood. I was on YouTube checking out some of the videos that my subscribers were looking at and commenting on, and I ran across this guy who was railing against vegans again. Well, again, because this guy's name is DeathsFashion. And he made a bunch of anti-vegan videos. I don't know why. He has one that's called Veganism is a Cult, Vegans equals Trash of the World. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this guy. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I'm not a vegan. However, I respect vegans and vegetarians completely because they are in favor of animal rights, and animal rights means a lot to me. And when some dumbass goes on the internet and starts bashing vegans and vegetarians, I'll always speak out against them because what you're doing is counterproductive to animal rights. If you don't know who this guy is, and I'm assuming you don't because he's a nobody, check out this video.
Hello there, this is going to be an anti-vegan video. I'm sorry for the vegans out there, but you're hypocrites in your own way.
Hypocrites in your own way. What difference does it make, man? What the fuck difference does it make? The point is, they are in favor of animal rights. So ideological issues that you have with them are meaningless. Because what exactly are you expecting them to do if you call them out on their hypocrisy? To suddenly stop being in favor for animal rights? Let's continue on.
Basically what I'm going to be talking about right now is that you people believe that you don't use any animal byproducts in anything that you do in daily life, but yet you tend to use cars, the computer, which you're watching on me right now. You're watching me talk to you via computer and the internet, which has been made by human time. Humans have wasted blood, sweat, and tears and time to put this out there. And this is an animal byproduct because we're part of the animal kingdom. We are called Homo sapiens, Homo being our genus, sapiens being our species. That's our total name. That's our scientific name. That's the name that and every other country, including Geneva and shit, will recognize us by.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know what our species is, pal. Okay, I think vegans know that too. Yes, we are animals. However, that's not the point. Vegans have an ideological standpoint where they differentiate between humans and animals. And to them, they do not consume and they limit their interaction with animal products. Now, it is true that they cannot completely eliminate animal products. However, that does not make what they're doing wrong. And that seems to be what you're trying to insinuate. And your example is the most idiotic example I've ever heard in my life. They shouldn't be using cars because cars were created with blood, sweat, and time. Well, actually most cars are made by machines on a factory assembly line, but that's besides the point. Like I said before, vegans differentiate between humans and animals. I would say a lot of vegans actually probably have a low opinion of humans in general, not because they hate all humans, but because of people like you, who give the rest of us humans a bad name. So I'm sure they really don't have any problem with whatever effort humans went to in order to create devices for them to use. It's a silly example anyway. I mean, if you wanted to use a good example, okay, I'm going to help you out with something. You could have at least said that automobiles burn gasoline, and that's refined from oil. And oil is basically dead animals that has been compressed over a large period of time under great pressure. Okay, that would have been a somewhat better argument on your part, but it's still a meaningless argument.
Basically what I'm trying to say is that these guys are hypocrites. They don't see to it that they're trying to say they're extreme enough to not use milk and stuff like that, and like baking and whatnot. They're extreme enough not to use that, but they're not extreme enough to get right down to it.
It is impossible to go throughout life without using something that has something to do with an animal in some way, shape, or form. I mean, we inhabit this planet, and this planet is filled with life. It's kind of hard to avoid that. What you don't seem to understand is that animal rights is more important than your ideological differences with them. When you are bashing vegans, what you're doing is counterproductive to animal rights. Now, maybe you don't care about animal rights. In that case, you're a despicable person, and you should at least admit that you don't care, so that we don't get the wrong impression about you. What else do I want to say about this idiot?
Basically, to be a real vegan in its own description, you have to live in nature. Take off all your clothes, run around naked in nature, to be honest. Because there's no way possible you could use any human byproducts, anything that's human-made, and still call yourself a vegan. You're pretty much just a high-class vegetarian, which you would call yourself. Because within the vegan terms, you can't just call yourself vegan. And most vegans are comfortable little people that use appliances to get by in life. Like, they're not your standard working people. Like, basically, if I went to the house and took out all the appliances, everything in their life, they would not be able to function. I grew up pretty much almost basically on a farm with my grandfather, so I'm not living with him now because he's dead, but pretty much that's where I used to live. I had to work a lot, so I'm used to not having shit like air conditioners, so that's just me. But basically, to vegans and stuff, you're pretty much slapping the farmers in the face. You're slapping everybody else in the face. You're slapping the forefathers in the face. And you're hypocrites right down to the very end. I'm sorry, but I'm not angry at y'all, but I'm just saying, in its own sense, it's not totally pure. It's just hypocrisy to the fullest.
Wow, guys, that was so convincing. I mean, that means we are just a bunch of dumbass idiots. I mean, some random kid on the internet called us hypocrites. Guess that means it's true. I'm gonna go out and eat dairy products even though I'm lactose intolerant.
I work on a dairy farm with my granddaddy, and you're smacking in the face of him, boy. I don't try to talk like a redneck often because I'm trying to be like an emo, but you're disrespecting where I came from, boy. What an idiot. So what do you expect vegans to do after watching your video? You're not really trying to accomplish anything, are you? You're just trying to be annoying on purpose. Judging from pretty much all of your videos, they're almost all about vegans. So you just have only one agenda, and that's to attack people who are trying to do what they feel is right for animal rights, and I feel that's despicable, and you should be ashamed of yourself.